Hi guys, welcome back with the Toronto Pro 2025 complete lineup results. So let's dive into it. One of the most well-known Italian bodybuilder, Andrea Mossi, has returned to the stage after 1.5 years. So this time he had to settle for last place. It was probably his least impressive package so far we have seen on stage. From my standpoint, he looked downsized, especially in the legs, and I think he was also very flat this time. But relatively his back seems to be improved. In the updates leading up this show, he was looking very impressive. I think it was likely a peaking issue on show day. So hopefully he finds the right formula for his physique in his next show. Adam Milledge has managed to beat Andrea Mossi and arrived at 8th place. This was his third consecutive show of the year. Apart from his gyno, he definitely brought harder and sharper physique compared to 9th place finisher Andrea. Iron Goalie has finished taking 7th place this time in Toronto Pro. Compared to 6th place finisher Skylar Shum, Iron had size advantage. He outsized him in almost each shot. I personally had him beating Skylar as he was wider, bigger and had more muscle mass. But judges prefer Skylar over Iron for 6th place, seemingly because he had slightly better conditioning and he was a bit sharper in back shots. From Canada, Skylar Shum has made his professional debut and arrived at solid 6th place. He has brought an impressive package on his first pro show, showcasing decent conditioning. He has impressive back details, although there are prominent scars there, maybe resulting from excessive acne, but overall it was an impressive package from Skylar as a new IFBB pro. Felix Norman has finished taking 5th place out of 9 contestants in Toronto Pro. He does not have the best structure for bodybuilding, but this year in every show he was in tremendous conditioning. He was in the first call out of the 4 contestants, which means he was beating Eric Janicki in the start of the prejudging. But as the show continued, judges compared Eric with Hussein and Felix, and Eric managed to sneak in the top 4. This was first professional show for Eric Janicki and he managed to take 4th place, which I think is a great start as a new IFBB pro. In the front shots, arguably his physique does not flow very well. He does not have very aesthetically pleasing and proportional look. But I think in the side and back shots, he looks very strong, very phenomenal. And especially his back has impressive muscle density and details. Standing next to Regan in the back shots, he impressively held his own from my standpoint. Now Eric plans to take a break this year from competitions and make significant improvements for next year's competitive season. Hussein Kalati, originally from Iran, has brought an outstanding package, securing an impressive 3rd place finish in the contest. This was his first show of the season. He was not the biggest contender on stage, but pound for pound he was one of the most densely athletes, which led him to outshine and outplace several heavier and taller contestants than him, and he finished behind Regan Grimes at 3rd place. While he showcased an exceptional muscularity and density, I think his midsection needs to be improved. He had blurry details in the midsection. His abdominal muscles were not clearly visible. The 2025 Toronto Pro has delivered a major shake-up in the bodybuilding world as Sasan Herati claimed a well-earned victory over crowd favorite Regan Grimes, earning his first ever qualification for the Mr. Olympia. Going into the show, it was Regan's show to lose, as he has bigger and wider frame, very shapely and aesthetically pleasing physique and just phenomenal structure, but he could not deliver his best package on stage. He was fading throughout prejudging, sweating heavily and could not maintain his peak. He was looking very flat, especially his quads were downsized and asymmetrical, while he was still impressive in size and structure. Regan has made a comeback on stage after a long off-season working with a new coach aiming to add significant size to his frame. But realistically, he has not made any drastic improvements in terms of size. Recently, we have seen a lot of hype around coach Stefan Kinzel, with numerous bodybuilders joining his camp in hopes of taking their physique to the next level. We saw the same trend in the past for several other coaches. In recent years, it was for Milos that Regan Grimes, James Hollingshead, Samson Dauda and several other big names started to work under his guidance, and then most of them left him. Currently, many fans are voicing criticism towards Stefan's coaching, pointing out recurring issues among his athletes. As from Regan Grimes to Martin Fitzwater and others, there's been a repeated issue. Flat physiques, visible water retentions, excessive sweating, and inability to hold conditioning through prejudging and finals. We are seeing this happen repeatedly with his different athletes. Just weeks before, we saw the same issue with Blessing Awodibu, sweating a lot on stage with a prominent distension of the midsection. Of course, many factors play a role in peaking, and every athlete responds differently. But when the same issue consistently appears across multiple athletes working with the same coach, it naturally raises questions. Is the prep approach too generic? Is the peak week plan not dialed in enough? These are the questions fans and even some athletes are starting to ask. So hopefully the boss of Outlaw team can make the necessary adjustments and find the right formula for Regan Grimes for his Olympia return. So Sasan Hirati brought one of his best versions to the stage this time. He may not have the most dominant structure, but he was dry, hard and showcased very crisp conditioning with deep muscle separation. Although his biceps are a weak point, but he was undeniably superior to Regan in quads development. He's been competing as a pro since 2016, and after 2018 he made a comeback last year, and now this year, after being a 3-time runner-up, Sasan has finally won his first ever pro show and qualified for the Mr. Olympia 2025. After his relentless effort and perseverance, he's finally going to compete in the biggest show of bodybuilding, which he truly deserves. So massive congratulations to Sasan Hirati for finally fulfilling his dream. So that's all guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.